السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا وسهلا بكم في قناة بيت المحبة كريم. في البداية بحب أشكركم على تعليقاتكم المحترمة عندي على القناة. فيديو النهاردة هنتكلم عن إيه يا بيس؟
طبعا يا جماعة قبل ما نبدأ النهاردة حديثنا عن الفيديو وعن كلامنا طبعا عن الرحلة اللي معانا. أنا طبعا على المستوى الشخصي يعني ماشي أنا وداليا بنقدم التحية طبعا لكل إخواتنا وكل أصحابنا اللي بيقدموا طبعا دعمهم لنا يا داليا بتعليقاتهم الجميلة وبكلامهم اللي دايما بيقولوا لنا طبعا حاجات كتير في الفيديو ممكن ما نكونش احنا واخدين بالنا منها، فبالتعليقات بتاعتكم انتم بتخلونا نعرف حاجات في الفيديو ما كناش واخدين بالنا منها. خلي بالكم يا جماعه احنا بنعرف التعليقات كلها وبنقراها كلها، فعلشان كده
ما هي التعليقات يا بسيون هي حلقه الوصل ما بيننا وما بينهم
بالظبط كده. علشان كده يا جماعه انا حبيت بس اقدم الشكر لاخواتنا اللي بيكتبوا تعليقات وبيدعمونا. وطبعا يا جماعه النهارده معانا رحله لشاب بريطاني في الجزائر
العاصمه.
طبعا يا داليا هنشوفه عمل ايه ماشي في قلب الجزائر وهنشوفه اتكلم عنها وعمل ايه. بس طبعا يا جماعه هنسيب الحكم لحضراتكم، ويا ريت يا جماعه ما تبخلوش علينا باللايك واشتراك في القناه، ويلا بينا نشاهد الفيديو.
Hello and welcome to Algiers, the capital city of Algeria, Africa's largest country. I'm going to be taking you around and showing you some of the most interesting sights. I'm beginning here at the Martyrs Monument just behind me. The monument was built to commemorate the Algerians killed in the War of Independence against the French between 1954 and 1962. The French put the death toll estimates at around 400,000, both sides combined, whereas the Algerians put their losses in a botanical garden after taking the cable car down from the Martyrs Monument. 150 dinars to enter, or dinars. That's roughly £1. Take a look at the view in front of me right now. This garden dates back to 1832. You'll find over 1,200 species of plant in here. Really nice place to come and walk around, go for a stroll in the city centre. The green heart of Algiers covers an area of over 58 hectares. Botanical garden. You can see the Fine Arts Museum in front of me, worth checking out, although I don't think I can take any clips inside. I'm going to head on to the metro now and make my way to the city centre. So I've just come out the metro station, as you can see, 4 or 5 stops, and behind me you can see this big market. Here you can see the buzzing market life of central Algiers. You can see the style of the buildings in white. Indoor market there. All sorts of colours and people around. Check out these old French style colonial buildings. Salam alaikum. English, yeah.
Speak French.
000.
قال لك سلام عليكم. يعرف عربية. السلام ورحمة الله. Speak Arabic. يقول له كي تعاود تريبوندي لك سلام عليكم.
Having walked through the market, which was pretty intense as you saw, I didn't want to hover around there for too long. I wanted to get in some more open space. I'm now here by the waterfront, which you can see behind me. Algiers is on the coast of the Mediterranean, if you didn't know, right in the north of the country. There's some nice water fountains and pleasant trees and greenery all around the city centre. Assalamu alaikum. I'm now inside the Palais de Rey. 200 dinars to enter. Man, so few tourists come here that they had to question me why I would want to bring my camera in and take shots of what is a beautiful old bastion on the coast of the Mediterranean. Take a look at the beach just beneath and over here. How scenic is this? This is one of the last remaining bits of Moorish architecture here. This was built in the 1570s, I believe. So unknown that even the guy who's helping show me around today, he didn't even know it existed, and he tried to even talk me out of coming here. And I said, the bastion. I love the patterns. What a beautiful place this is. Look at this old courtyard here. Architecture is incredible. Having left the Palais de Rey, I'm now walking towards the Casbah and visiting a few places on the way. Walking through the city centre here, you can get a taste. Bread is a way of life here. You'll find these long baguettes absolutely everywhere. You can see the buildings here, the French colonial style again, and the mosque, beautiful on the outside, just here, Ottoman in style. I love all of these old balconies overhanging. Can you imagine how cool it would be to live in one of these? You can see the outside of the mosque here. Nearly 50,000 people call the Casbah home, and it's been inhabited since the 2nd century AD. It's all a UNESCO World Heritage Site too. Just walking around here is possibly one of the most fascinating and real places I've seen. Two things you'll find on the streets of Algeria: loads of kids and football, absolutely everywhere. Story is explained.
طبعا يا جماعه زي ما كلنا شفنا واستمتعنا، اخونا طبعا يا داليا
اللي هو البريطاني طبعا بيتكلم يابسو عن بدايه طبعا
عن التاريخ،
عن تاريخ الجزائر واللي حصل لهم، وفي نفس الوقت اتكلم ان هي اكبر دوله في افريقيا. وشفنا مع بعض السوق الكبير ده
لما نزل بقى طبعا. انا اول مره، خلي بالكم يا جماعه واحنا بنتفرج، داليا بتقول لي انت اول مره تشوف السوق دوت، تشوف المنظر ده كده. بامانه انا اول مره اشاهد الفيديو دوت يا جماعه، واول مره اشوف سوق في الجزائر بالطريقه دي.
احنا دايما متعودين ان احنا نشوف مثلا ايه
الطبيعه،
الطرق، الشلالات، الطرق، الحاجات، لكن نشوف نعيش بقى الاجواء بتاعه المدن
دي بقى دي الفيديوهات اللي انا بقى نفسي فيها، انا نفسي اشتغل عليها للجزائر واشوف.
على فكره في ناس طالبين مننا في التعليقات يا بيسو ان احنا هنتكلم عن الشلالات اللي موجوده في الجزائر.
ماشي، نتكلم ان شاء الله عنها يا جماعه، نعمل لكم فيديوهات عنها ان شاء الله.
طبعا انت شفت السوق يا بيسو والناس مليانه كده ومتجدد، ده زي الاسواق الموجوده عندنا.
ايوه
العماير.
لا هو اصلا مبسوط بالمنظر العماير، بيقول لك العماير كلها باللون الابيض، والبلد كلها بلد نظيفه ومنظمه.
في حته في وسط البلد في مصر نفس البيوت كده، نفس التصميم،
ده قديمه
نفس المعمار بتاعها كده، حتى اللي هي عماره يعقوبيان متهيأ نفس النظام كده يا بيسو.
طبعا يا جماعه خلينا نكمل مع بعض الفيديو ونسيب الحكم لحضراتكم، يلا بينا.
Here that some Algerians were hiding just in that very window at the top there, and the French soldiers were waiting, and they expected the Algerians to come out with guns, but instead they dropped a bomb on the French soldiers. Quite an interesting, incredible story here in the back streets of the old Casbah. English.
Not speak English.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hi.
Assalamu alaikum.
No speak English.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay.
هذا دي فرنسي.
Français.
Ouais. My home. Welcome my home.
Zaghi has invited us to have a look in his home here. Incredible courtyard. Right in the middle of the Casbah, one of the oldest areas of the city.
تحب تولي يعني الأطوان تولي لوين تحب تطلع منا تطلع هاي ديالك وتطلع تحب تطلع منا لو زيكار.
شكرا.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Shukran. So amazing to be walking around and then the guy you meet on the street just invites you into his old home, so full of history. Going to make my way up these stairs here. Whoa. Crazy. Look at this. Assalamu alaikum. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Algiers. Today is another day. I was in the Casbah yesterday, as you saw, but I didn't really go as deep as I'd have liked, and we had to leave as it was getting late, and the guy who was showing me around didn't feel too comfortable me being there after 5-6 p.m. Whatever, so that was his decision. We had to go, but I'm back with my host today, and he's gonna help show me some more of the Casbah. Hopefully we'll get to go into the Quechua Mosque, very famous and old mosque that I briefly passed. So I'm just gonna have some food here first. Pizza,
okay.
30 dinars. Shukran.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Morocco.
Morocco. Oh, I put down a 50 dinar coin and he wouldn't take it. And he also put juice as well. And I said, no, please take the money, take the money. And he refused, but I just insisted and kept putting the coin down, and eventually he walked off and started sweeping the floor outside. So I've stopped in this traditional place for lunch. We have, if I can pronounce it correctly, mahaju. And this is a type of milk, sour milk, isn't it? Old milk, as Nadia will put it. It's much better, it's fresher, even though it's old milk. But it's still sour. And we'll try some of the bread, which has onion inside. Explore everything I wanted to. So I've come back. It's a bit earlier on in the afternoon. We'll be able to see more of the Casbah, and I have Nadia with me today, helping to show me around. Hello. Walking down one of the most dramatic looking boulevards now, just beside the Kachawa Mosque, and you can see, so interesting, really old buildings and super authentic, seeing all of the towels hanging over all the balconies, the white buildings with the blue window covers. Some of these age-old shops here. These are the streets that lead up towards the Casbah. The further up the Casbah we go, the more raw it gets, I think it's fair to say. Algeria. Algeria.
Algeria les hommes.
Working my way further through, you can see it's all market around here. All the decorations around the inside of the doorways and on the outside of the buildings here. Tiles, actually. If this area was in another country, it would have been converted into some sort of tourist area or specialized village, but here it's living history. There are people still living, there are school kids, there are cats, there are towels overhanging the balconies, the bricks are showing from the inside of the buildings, there's graffiti. Without doubt, definitely try and come here with at least one person to show you around. You will get lost, I promise. There are so many different ways to go in the wrong direction, and if possible, bring two like I have today. And on the way we've collected 2 or 3 other people who will show us this one route here or this one shop here. And it's
طبعا يا جدعان اول مره اشوف، خلي بالكم من الجزائر بالطريقه دي.
طبعا المعماريه
كلها ده بيوت قديمه،
ما هي القصبه القديمه،
ده ديت البيوت الاثريه القديمه من ايام طبعا من ايام الاستعمار.
من ايام الاستعمار طبعا.
علشان كده دايما خلي بالكم محتفظين بها زي ما هي.
حتى شفنا الاخ الجزائري اللي هو
طيبين محترمين
في كلامهم،
قبله يعني بمجرد ان هو يقابله ويكلمه ويقول له مش عارف ايه، طب تعالى، وخده ودخله بيته وخلاه يصور.
غريب يعني هو بالكاميرا تحس البيت كده بس
يعني ما هي
اقدم بيت موجود في المنطقه.
ما هي ديت البيوت بقى القديمه من ايام الاستعمار اللي بنوها طبعا الفرنسيين. خلي بالك.
ايوه دي حي القصبه يا بسوني طبعا.
ما دي خلي بالك من على ما اعتقد يعني دي كان من اهم المناطق اللي موجوده في الجزائر ايام الاستعمار.
كانوا بيستخبوا
في النضال.
ايوه
في النضال. ايوه كانوا بياخدوها، كانوا منزليهم ان هم طبعا بيقفوا.
هو في الفيديو بيقول كده يعني.
فخلونا نكمل مع بعض يا جماعه الفيديو ونسيب الحكم لحضراتكم. يلا بينا.
been much better. And the second thing I would say salam alaikum to every single person you see. It will disarm them, make them feel more comfortable that you're filming in this area if you are filming or taking pictures as a tourist. Nice. Walking through and suddenly seeing all these views of the Mediterranean and the city in the distance. Many cities around Algeria have their own Casbahs, including Gardea, which I'll be visiting later on in the trip, but here, the biggest one you'll find in Algiers. Now sitting down, we've got some tea. Green tea is normal here in Algeria, very sweet, lots of sugar. And got borek as well, this thing, so let's give it a try. After squeezing some lime on it for the taste. You might be able to see the inside there. What's inside?
Potatoes, olive, and sometimes they do meal, not meat.
Meat, yeah.
Sometimes corn, sometimes they change. Egg, sometimes.
Heading back down from the Casbah now to the bottom again, and hopefully we'll be visiting the Quechua Mosque if it's not prayer time. I'm really glad I came back to see more of it. It really is the heart of old Algiers and the heart of Algiers itself. A must visit, I think, if you're in the capital city. Do bring along someone to help show you around, that's for sure. One quick shout out to Lupine Travel for helping to organize my letter of invitation here to Algeria. I'll leave a link below in the description for their tours that they offer, their organized tours. Having walked back down from the top of the Casbah, I'm now in front of the Quechua Mosque, built in 1612 by the Ottomans. A lot of the designs and the very pretty mosaics that you see around here were built by the Ottomans, not the French. It's actually the praying time right now, so I probably won't be able to take too many shots inside. So a little ways over from the city centre, and I've come to one final place, which is the Grande Poste d'Alger, the Grand Post Office. French architecture, as you can see, is dotted around the city here, but this one is probably the best example of it. And you can see there's nice restaurants and places to eat, cafes, souvenir stalls just here as well. Plenty of places around. It's a cool spot to come to. And I'm going to wrap up this video here. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope this gave you somewhat of a taste of what Algiers is like. Stay tuned for more coming from Algeria, and I'll see you on the next one.
طبعا حضرات كده وصلنا لنهايه الرحله اللي معانا النهارده. نتمنى جميل.
بس
لا هو عرفنا بعض المعلومات معلومات وتاريخ بامانه كان غايب عننا. طبعا بعض المعلومات ديت كنا فعلا محتاجين ان احنا نتزود بيها شويه.
هي ثقافات بنتعلمها من بعض يا بيوسف.
بالظبط كده. فبكده يا جماعه وصلنا لنهايه الفيديو اللي معانا النهارده، ونتمنى طبعا الفيديو يكون نال اعجاب حضراتكم، ويا ريت يا جماعه ما تبخلوش علينا باللايك واشتراك في القناه، والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته.